babes, welcome back to my channel. If you didn't know, my name is Nichelle. Yeah, if you are new here, welcome. Since you're here, you might as well stay. Make sure you subscribe and click that like button. Why not? And if you are a returning viewer or returning subscriber, what's good, what's poppin'? Thanks for supporting your girl and coming back. It's me. I'm here in the flesh. I know I said I was going to be consistent in that last video. I know I did, but you know how life goes, and I definitely didn't. But I'm here. I'm back. And apparently, according to the 78,000 views that are on my perm rock tutorial, y'all want a hair tutorial. The thing about me is, I really don't be doing hair. But when I do hair, it's ratchet. One thing about me is I'm going to finesse. Okay, period.
Nothing left to say, like, period.
So yeah, I do my hair and I just do what looks good from the outside, but underneath it all, whatever's going on under here, it don't be cute. And so for me, like, I don't know, like I'm just so used to like finessing and just like kind of making things appear to look good from the outside that I was kind of like, I don't know, like should I actually film like myself doing certain things? And trust me, I have actually tried to film this video, like me applying, you know, my hair or whatever, my wigs. But I was trying to do it the, you know, tutorial, super professional, you know, late, and that's just not me. That's just not what I do. So it didn't work, and I got super frustrated, and I chopped the video, I deleted everything. So y'all gonna get the real. This is what I do. This is my routine. Emphasis on my. I am not a professional. I am not a hairdresser. I am not a hairstylist. I am just a young black female who learned on YouTube how to lay wigs and does what she needs to do to get the job done. That's it. That's all. So if you are interested in seeing how I lay my wigs, I'm going to show you two different ways. One using more like daily, everyday method when I'm not really trying to like, you know, secure it. I'm just trying to throw it on and go. And then there's also like the really like long lasting, the one that's going to last you at least like a week or two, you know, with like the actual wig glue, which I literally just, like when I tell you I just started using it, like maybe like last week, I just started using this stuff. So yeah, if you were interested in seeing me do what I do, and I will say disclaimer, of course in this video, things for me went pretty right on a day-to-day basis. Things vary. Some days my wig laying process, a-okay, good to go, but some days it gets real ghetto.
I'm in the ghetto.
So yeah, if you're interested in seeing my process, don't roast me in the comments. And disclaimer, this unit here, she's not cute. She's cute from the outside because again, we finesse. But like you're gonna see different clips of me like applying it. You're gonna see some things happening, and just like no judgment here. Like it's a no judgment zone. Like listen, we gotta do what we gotta do to get the job done. That's it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys have been asking me what I do. I'm giving y'all the real. This is what I do. This is how I do it. If it's not how you like to do it, that's cool. But I'm like, again, I'm showing you what I do. This is my process. Like I said, please don't roast me in the comments. Everybody has their way of doing things. We all can do our own thing in our own space. Again, disclaimer, this is just my way of doing this. There's certain things that I would not necessarily recommend for people to do. If you do it, you're doing it at your own risk. But yeah, make sure that you like this video first. Make sure you subscribe. And let's get into it. Just kidding. Harley wants to join. Say hello, baby. Are you sleeping? She just woke up from like a 4-hour nap. So she's finna be up all night. All night.
What?
What?
I keep talking one night.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. But yeah, so like I said, make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Say, let's get into the video. Alright, so here I am looking bald-headed. I got my 2 wig caps on. I double up just for security. I don't do that whole glue down wig cap method. It's too much. I got short hair, so I just tuck it underneath. Then we're going to take our crusty unit. Sis is just... poor thing, she never stood a chance. So we're gonna take that unit, and the first thing I'm gonna do is apply foundation powder to the lace. The lace doesn't naturally match my scalp color, so we want to make it match as closely as possible. So I'm going to apply that, and then we're going to put her away. So the first method we're using is the got to be glued method. There's a yellow one and there's this clear one. I prefer this one, it's easier to work with. I'm going to take the rat tail end of my edge brush and start applying that to my, like, the edge of my, you know, forehead, scalp / kind of hairline. I have a really small forehead, so I don't have any extra forehead to work with. I'm sure if I used that wig cap method, it would be a little easier, but like I said, this is what I do, so I use that to apply it to my edges. And really, I'm just fronting for YouTube because I always use my finger, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to apply it to my finger and apply it to the rest of my hairline. I really don't mind this stuff being on my hairline. It's strong enough to hold your wig down, but it's not going to rip out your edges for real, and it's really easy to take off. Plus, my edges are made of steel, so I apply it right to my edges. And then you can take whatever you have. I have this card here I'm using to fan my edges. This is one way you can do it, or I'll show you in the next clip. I take my blow dryer and I put it on the coolest setting, and I blow dry until, ooh, knocking stuff over. I blow dry until it is tacky. Emphasis on tacky. You do not want to dry this all the way down. You just want to blow dry it until it's sticky to touch. And then you're going to go in again and apply a second layer on top of the first layer, just for some added security. This helps stick it down better, makes it a little more long lasting in my opinion. So I just add a second layer to that and blow dry it again till it's tacky. Now this next step is completely optional. You don't have to do it. I'm just showing you for the sake of showing you that this is something I sometimes do. You're going to take this got to be freeze spray, and you're going to apply this right on top of that tacky glue, spraying it very gently, very lightly. You don't want it dripping down your face like I'm doing. Just enough to add that extra, this stuff adds that extra security. And then you're going to just take that and blow dry it again until it's tacky. Now we're going to take that crusty unit and we're going to start applying it. But first, just because I have a small head, I tie these little whatever things these are just to make it tighter on my head. And then we're going to start adjusting it and sticking that lace down to the glue that we applied. Now, before you start judging me, understand that anybody who buys wigs knows that these wigs be expensive, okay? So I know that anybody who wears wigs has kept that one unit that they knew it was trash. They knew they needed to throw it in the trash, but listen, these things cost money, so sometimes you just stretch it and make it work till you literally can't make it work no more. So that's what this unit is for me. She was never that good to begin with, but whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do when you pay for it. Now I'm just gonna press that lace into that glue just a little more, just to make sure everything is secure. And then I'm gonna take my blow dryer. This is the first step of the drying process. I'm going to take that coolest setting again and start blow drying the lace into the glue. And this is exactly what I mean by ghetto, like a whole bald spot, but the hair covered it up, so we just gonna keep going and we're gonna keep blow drying that down. So that is the finished result of that, is what it is. So the next step, we're going to clip our hair up, and then we are going to take our scarf after we push our edges back. You want to push your edges back. You don't want your baby hairs laid yet. And then we're going to take a scarf. You could take a scarf, you could take an elastic band, whatever works for you. And we're going to apply that just to the edges. You don't need to wrap your whole head. You're just going to apply that to the edges, again, to further secure the wig. And we're just going to melt the lace into that glue. And make sure it's tight, honey. We want that lace to be melted. All right, so I'm gonna leave that on for about 10 minutes before we move on to the next step. I mean, I'm using it for 10 minutes because I'm just trying to get this done for tutorial purposes. It really just depends on how much time you have. You could leave it on for 10, for 20, whatever's best for you. But 10 minutes for me, so I'll be right back. After the 10 minutes, we're going to take our scarf off and toss it to the side. And then you're going to lay your baby hairs. The baby hairs just help further conceal that lace, especially if it ain't cute like mine. You can either use the Got2b gel again, or you can use, I prefer like a wrap lotion. It's just easier to work with. So I'm going to do that off camera. And this is the end result. I had to go to the bathroom to do this because I was using my laptop as my like mirror, and I just couldn't see what I was doing. But yeah, if you don't know how to lay your baby hairs, there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube. But this is the end result. And now we're going to move on to method number 2. All right, we are back with our wig cap and our wig back on our mannequin head, and now we are taking the Bold Hold Active. This stuff is no joke, okay? So you want to be a lot more careful with this. You want to apply this a lot more thinly onto your hairline, around your hairline. You can see I actually pulled my wig cap down some because this stuff is a lot harder to get off. So I don't want to get this as much on my hairline as the Got2b. So I'm applying this in a very thin layer, and then I'm going to take that little paper, and you're going to fan this down until it dries down clear. Now again, you don't want this to be completely dry. You want it to be tacky. Once it's clear and once it's tacky, you know that it's ready, and you can go in again with another thin layer. You don't need a ton of this stuff. Spread it out evenly across your edges, your hairline, and then dry it down. Now this stuff is a lot more strong than that Got2b, so you want to be very careful when placing your lace onto this glue, because once it's stuck, you don't got much wiggle room to move it around. So you want to be very precise when sticking this down, and just be careful of those baby hairs, sticking that to this, because it will rip the baby hairs out of the unit. This glue is no joke. Like I said, it's very sticky, so you want to just be very careful and precise when placing your lace onto this, you know, checking to see if your baby hairs are getting stuck, and again, just secure that lace into the glue. Now you're not going to see me do the scarf thing again. For one, it's like 9 o'clock at night, so I don't need to do it. I'm not going anywhere. But as well, this glue is a lot more secure, so I don't really feel the need to do the scarf thing, but it's super optional. You can still do it if you feel like you want to secure it down more, but I'm just going to go off camera and do my baby hairs. Now that that is done, we're going to go on to styling the hair. One thing about cheap units, cheap hair, is that it dries out very quickly, so I have to keep this unit moisturized. So I have either this Lotta Body Shine Spray or the Moroccan Argan Oil. I prefer the Moroccan Argan Oil, so I'm going to use that and start working that through my hair, applying it to the ends, applying it to the roots, just putting that all throughout my hair to add some shine and some moisture to the unit. Once I brush that through, I'm going to take my foundation powder one more time. I'm going to apply that to my edges again, to the lace and to the baby hairs. I don't mind to get on top of the baby hairs. I just feel like it softens everything. It just makes it look so much more natural and scalp-like. So I'm going to do that. And the last step is styling, which I'm going to go ahead and do off camera with my curling wand. But yeah, that is my process. That is the way I apply my wigs, 2 different ways. That is how I finesse these crusty wigs. But yeah, talk to me in the comments. Let's connect. Let's talk. Talk to me nice, okay? And make sure you like and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.